Welcome to another Enjoying Art watercolor lesson. Today I'm going to show you how to paint the sky, the clouds, and two palm trees. Enjoying Art is an artist community. I would like to welcome you to join us today. Speaking of painting the details of palm tree, before I discover this calligraphy brush, I have to use so many brushes to finish this painting. I will show you why. For painting the bigger space, I have to use this to create a bigger shape. And when I get a little bit smaller details, I would use a little smaller. Cannot really give you a really tiny line. It's very inconsistent. And then you have to use this brush for a little bit thinner line. Now, since I have this calligraphy brush, I can do all this. For some very thin line, this brush can do. It's very, very thin. You can paint this very, very, very thin. You can also do a bigger line. And even bigger line. This one brush can take care of all these four brushes combined. Now I'm going to show you how to paint this palm tree painting step by step. First, we're going to focus the area of the sky. We totally ignore these two palm trees. Edges at the top over here, mostly is pretty soft, except this area, a little bit hard edge. First, wet the area that is going to be soft. Okay, now I'm going to start at the Windsor blue green shade. This color a little bit more even. I'm going to put some color over here. I don't want the value compete with the palm tree. So it's just a little bit lighter, add a little water to it. Now, here we go. Now I'm going to start over here. Let's take a look how that sky look like. And over here, just use the side of the brush. I'm going to coming down over here. And by having the parcel of the sky a little bit wet, it actually would make it a little bit more naturally soft and consistent. Okay, like that. I'm coming over here. Here we go. Like that. So those will be the sky area, like that. Now I'm going to start add a little shape over here. And a little shape over here too. Okay. And a little shape down over here. But we want to leave up a little bit and let go some of the color. Want to make it a little bit half translucent feeling. Okay. Now I'm going to clean my brush. Now I'll come back over here. Here you go. We're going to leave up some of it. Okay. And we can make the color a little bit lighter. There you go. That's pretty good. Now we have some soft half translucent feeling. Okay, like that. And also over here on the top, on the bottom, we're going to leave up to make the edge a little bit clear. And the top over here, I'm going to just brush the color coming up a little bit, make it a little bit softer. It's always nice to have one side different from the other side. And I'm going to have this color coming in a little bit like this. So I'm going to use this large brush to actually create a little bit soft edge on this side. And this little bit too much wet accumulate at the top, so I need to lift something up. Otherwise, it's going to be very textured. We're going to let that go. Come back here by just use a drier brush. Now I'm going to just lift up over here, make it a little bit softer, a little bit more different actually. I'm going to lift up a little cloud over here. Okay. Again, doesn't have to be look like the photo reference. but you want to try to make the feeling of the cloud show in your painting. And also the outside, I'm going to start leaving a little bit cloud, a little bit clear. Now the paper, the paint's getting drier and drier. So if you leave it up, it will show something interesting, contrast. Over here, I'm gonna create some very feeling of the very thin cloud, like that. Lift something up, that's already good enough. Okay, that's good. And then I'm going to use a little bit red mixed into this color, make it a little bit more gray. Now let's take a look. I'm gonna have it right here. Again, don't make the sky too dark. Okay, just a little bit. Make this color right over here, like that, and use the brush to moving it a little bit and make that feeling a little bit more dimension. Now I'm going to just use the wet brush. Okay, just let go most of the water in the brush. Now make it a soft connection coming over here. Here you go. That's good. You can see that very nice soft feeling of the cloud as a form. So you can see two different forms. One is in the top, one's in the bottom, like that. We're gonna tap a little bit back in here, make this a little bit clear, like that. That's good. Now on this side, also gonna add a little bit of this shadow color, but it's very soft, like that over here. That looks nice. To move it, that's good. If you do that too early and those wet, it will affecting the sky, the blue color. I'm gonna coming over here like that. That's good. Now the paper already dried, and I'm gonna start painting the two palm tree. Let's take a look at one is a little bit taller, one's a little bit shorter. So I'm gonna have this one coming up all the way here, this one over here, like that. So we start painting a very light brown color for the tree trunks. Okay, first use a little yellow color and a little red, and with the blue, that will be the color for the light side. Now I'm going to start over here. Take a look at where you want it to be. Right here, this high, that's good. Here we go. Now I got one stroke and coming this way. That's one. I'm going to mix a little bit darker brown color, the blue color, red color, and the yellow color. Here we go. This one is coming up here. Okay. Start from here all the way coming down like that. And the shadow side, a little bit more blue. Come to on this side, like a half of the tree trunk. It is in the shadow. Okay, like that. Here we go. Let's have a little lighter color first. Just the yellow with the blue color. And then we're gonna add the darker color for the shadow. Maybe not so bright, so get a little red color with it. Okay, let's take a look at one on the top over here. Like that, coming all the way in here. Now we can see the whole fronts, like see the whole group. Here we go, a little bit detail. It's very easy to do. And we're going to change to some other colors a little bit later. From here all the way coming down, and this is can be only for positions only. And we're gonna have some a little bit brown color. I'm gonna have a little bit darker brown color and some yellow, and that's perfect. Okay, like this. And here we go. And some even darker brown. So I'm gonna come back with those color a little bit later. I'm going to paint the other side a little bit later. Let's take a look at this one from here, and this looks very complicated, but don't get confused too much. Okay, you want to see that is how is become groups. This is one group. There's something over here coming down and a little bit on the top over here, and there's another group on the back. In the middle over here has a little yellow orange color. Right, that just for a little testing like that. Okay, and a little bit over here, and then that is a big group coming to the front over here. Yeah, that's good. Just for now, I'm gonna have this coming all the way over here. Okay, there's another one over here, all the way coming over there. So this is good. We have the position knowing. Now we're gonna come back to add some brighter color, like say some little bit more yellow color with the just a little yellow color with a very little red, so make a very bright orange color. So this is would be have a little bit of this color over here, and that coming over here on the top. Also have a little bit this color, some darker color. Here we go. I'm gonna painting in so you can see the leftover. Okay, that's good. We're gonna make it a little bit darker. And now after this whole area, it has some darker color. I'm gonna painting around the center over here, and then I'm gonna paint this much darker. You see that now we're painting shapes. That's very good. Now I'm gonna add a little bit fill the color, and now I'm gonna have it take a look at from this side like that, a little bit coming out from here. Don't make it too long, like that. That's good enough. Okay, that's good. Very realistic already. Now I'm gonna have a little smaller line like that. That's good. And some a little bit darker on the edge over here. And now here we go. I'm gonna have a little bit darker color over here too. Just focus on how you separate the dark and light shapes. On the other side, I'm gonna make it a little bit darker as well, like that. That's very simple and interesting. If you're focusing on the shape, and the shape would bring it as a visual element to communicate what you mean. Okay, that's good. And a little bit separate. That's another group on the back. Okay, get a little bit darker color, get a little bit yellow, and continue. Okay, that's good. Let's take a look over here, also a little bit darker, and here we go. Now I'm going to take a look at on this. Here's a few lines like that. That's good. Coming connect to the tree. Now you can see very become more and more interesting. And now I'm going to have a little bit more yellow, more blue color. Here you go. I'm going to have this start from the center. See that? How small line you can do. Just that's good. And again, get a little bit smaller like that. Take a look at the angle. Okay, here we go, like that. And that draw the line on the top connecting in here. so we can see the lighter part at the front. Okay. Have the line coming over here. Here we go. A few lines on the back. Here we go. That's good. And have other shape, and this can be open a little bit more. And on the back over here, I'm gonna have a little bit darker color, a little bit darker blue. Here you go. Even darker, like that. Okay, that's good. Here we go. A little bit darker. Open up a little bit. Now this is good, and I'm going to come into one by one over here. Can draw this line all the way coming over here, and here we go, like that. That's good. Now draw the line from the center going out. I'm gonna have this very thin. Okay, very thin, almost like I use a couple here, like that. That's good. Okay, see how thin the line you can paint. Use the same technique, same process, and start from one group at a time. Okay, take a look at, let's pick the group at the front over here. Draw this one line coming curve over here. Okay, like that. And we're going to draw the line like this. Here we go. Okay, and when it's closer, it actually just look like solid, and just when it open, it's get a little bit thinner. The little brown color. Like this. That's very good. Now I'm gonna come to the next one. Okay, I'm gonna take a look at this one. I'm gonna start from the leaf at the end over here. I'm gonna have it like that. And I have a little group that's a continuous of that. Okay, now I'm gonna draw a little bit details. On this side also have a little group, a little bit darker group, like that. And over here, coming all the way. That's good. Now, all right, let's do the fun work. And I'm gonna draw just leaf by leaf and having fun with this. Okay, that's good. Now I'm gonna take a look over here too, and a little bit leaf. Take a look at where's the movement of the leaf, and on the top over here. Okay, a little bit over here too. Oh, here we go. Now I'm going to draw the line like from the outside to inside or inside to outside, like that, and have a little bit soft line like that. That's good. Now take a look at from the center. Open up. Here we go. I can see a little bit, and actually because more than one fronts here, so you can see that it's different angle of line. Okay, if you get the suggestions right, I'm going to draw a couple lines to see a little gap in between, and I'm going to have a little bit over here like that. That's good. And I'm going to draw this. That's good, like that. Maybe change to different colors and don't make it too long. Like that. That's good. And I'm gonna add a little yellow color to that too. Okay, get a little yellow orange color. Here we go. I'm gonna have A little bit like that. And a little bit over here too. And now this painting can be finished like that. I'm gonna have a little bit darker color over here. Take a look at some a little bit darker on the top over here, and we can have a couple line. So those suggestions are very important. If you don't get it convincing enough, it looks like a fake. Okay, that's good. Now I'm gonna have a little line coming over here. I need to be darker line. Okay, a little bit darker over here. And here we go. I have another group coming down over here. Okay, that's good. Like this. Pay attention to see how they look. Okay, I'm gonna have some very thin line coming this way. That's good. Alright, that's good. Like that. And this group actually coming crossover like that. And we can also have a little darker color, a little bit warmer over here. I have showing a little bit line like this. That's good. That's the end over here. I'm gonna add a little bit yellow color, a little yellow with a little red, not much. Okay, now I'm gonna give suggestions of little dry leaves. That's good. Now I'm gonna get a little bit darker color at the center. I see this color. This could be some even coconut in here. Okay, like that. That's good. Gonna get a little bit darker color, having this group a little bit stronger. Okay, now I'm gonna come back here, take a look, and even a little bit darker on this side, like that. Now I want to take a look in the light side. I'm gonna have a little yellow, a little warm color on this side. I'm gonna make it look, feeling a little bit stronger temperature contrast. Okay, and a little bit more warm color, a little bit more at the end. Here we go, like that. And actually, I'm thinking about some darker color. If you have the painting a little bit bigger, maybe easier for you to render. So that will be another option. Okay, a little bit darker over here, like that. Some interesting, a little bit darker. And here we go, a little bit darker brown color. Here we go, a little bit darker. Okay, a little bit longer. Okay, let's see. Over here on the top over here, I have a little bit more lighter, brighter green color. Here we go, over here too. Gonna have more line. That's good. Okay, over here I have some thin line over here too.